ABC News on KCAA Loma Linda, celebrating our 25th anniversary. Sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932. Protecting the future of working families, Teamsters1932.org.
All right, good evening. Welcome to the Farron Dozier Show on KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website. It's Sunday night. We got to bless the show before we get started. You know how we get down. When I was in my mother's womb, I had a calling on my life to do something in the glory of God and marry it like a wife. Commit myself to his word and never be led astray. And when it's all over, when he comes, I'll be glad to see that day in the morning time. All right, good evening. Welcome to the Farron Dozier Show on KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streamed from the KCAA. Huh? No, I'm not. Also, we have the radio station has an app. So go to Apple or Google Play and download the KCAA radio app, and you can listen wherever you are. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Lamar.
Oh, man.
What?
I'd say our producer is trying to start some mess today.
I mean, he is.
I'm on great behavior today.
Are you sure?
You are going to see.
You sure?
I'm going to be on my absolute best
I appreciate that. It is partially a family show.
Yeah, it sure is. Just know that if you mess with me one time on this show,
I'm not afraid of you.
You should be.
I'm not.
You should be.
I'm not.
Well, you know what?
What?
Be nice to me.
I'm
Talk
not.
nice to Robert
I'm not.
Lamar.
No.
And you ain't got no problems today.
I don't have any problems at all today.
Well, how'd your team do this weekend?
We went fishing.
Oh, fishing.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? And shout out to all these Niner haters who took it upon the liberty to tag me when we were down during the game.
They were tagging you like that?
Oh, yeah, it was direct.
Oh, that's cold.
It was really direct.
That's
and
nasty.
I'm like, wow, so you guys really like to do things
like
prematurely, I see. Because we ended up winning that game. So bang, bang, Niner game, third NFC championship game in a row. And I look forward to beating Detroit at home and going to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, bang, bang, everybody.
Oh, no.
But I'm a little dehydrated right now. You know what I do when I'm dehydrated, right? Yeah, that's right. Anywho.
Do you watch football?
Yeah.
I watched the 49ers game.
Did you watch that game yesterday?
Crazy.
Don't be sure. Any comments?
Go 49ers.
That's right.
Oh!
That's right. That is right. Well, you know what? So we're going to
be back after this commercial break.
So we're going to give her the water because she is a 49er fan.
Oh, praise the Lord.
You know what? Yeah, praise the Lord. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, she's already my favorite right now. At least she didn't say cowgirls. Yeah, shout out to the Cowgirls being at home, like fishing, waiting for the 49ers to lose. What a bum franchise and a bum fan
Do
base.
us a favor, introduce yourself.
My name is Malia Nohos.
Oh, no, that's not even on. There you go.
There we go.
My name is Malia Nohos.
And where are you from?
I'm from Brenna Park.
Buena Park.
Yes.
She is one of our in-studio guests tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll be talking about a Chasing Hoop Dream segment around some mental toughness. So she'll be in the zone with Robert Lamar. If Coach Will shows up, he'll be here. Factor.
He'll be here.
Oh, man.
I trust it. But hey, let's get into it, man. It is nice to have an in-studio guest.
Yes.
We value in-studio guests more than anything here. Because it's like, we get the presence of everybody getting to see, you and you get to hear your story and everything. So thank you for being, on deck today. We really appreciate you being here.
Shout out to your moms and your sister for bringing you out.
Yeah,
appreciate the family.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, so just give us some background of your basketball experiences.
I've been playing basketball since second grade.
Mm-hmm.
I went my freshman year. I'm actually from Santa Barbara County, so my freshman year I played in Santa Maria, and I went through some challenges there with the coaching and the team, and that really, it really just took something on my mental health.
Yeah.
And so like it was even at the point where I was just didn't know if I still wanted to play basketball.
Oh, question it.
Yeah, questioning it. So and I was between like I didn't know if just the team wasn't the right move for me, or if I wanted to transfer, if I wanted to just pull through it. I ended up transferring, and we ended up my club team that I played during the summer. It was down here in Orange County, and so me and my dad would drive like 3.5, 4 hours every weekend for practices.
Wow.
And then in the summer, so we ended up probably last summer we ended up just moving down here. Yeah, it was better for my family.
Who influenced the whole basketball conversation at such a young age?
My dad, he put me into, we're a sports family, so he put me into a lot of sports. I played volleyball, softball, soccer. I tried everything, basketball, but basketball just kind of always stuck with me.
Rob?
I mean, Central Coast to down here, that's a dramatic difference, right?
Yeah,
for sure. Do you miss the weather up there?
I do, yeah, and we were really close to the beach.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah, there's no ocean around here, which kind of sucks. But you said you tried everything, and then basketball, you kind of like fell into that to the point where that's like your your number one squeeze.
Yeah.
If you can go back, do you think that like if you would apply a little bit more into other sports, you think you would have like ended up there instead of basketball, or just basketballs were really where your heart was at from the beginning?
Basketball is where my heart's at. I mean, I love competing and being on a team, but basketball was just something that I had such a big passion for compared to all the other sports.
So who do you model your game after?
That's a good question.
It doesn't have to just be one. It could be a combination of a few people that you take pieces from as well,
Yeah. Well, I'm a shooter, 3-point shooter, so probably.
Don't say the C word.
No.
Don't say the C word.
No.
Okay, good.
You don't like him?
He's changed the game. It's a different game, but I do like him though. But he that's everybody's go-to is him.
I was gonna say Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Oh.
That's different.
Yeah.
I like that one, but not Curry. Don't say Curry.
Yeah, no.
Don't say Curry. No. Dame Dollar.
Yeah.
You're in a point where recruiting's about to kind of like start taking off. Do you have a favorite in regards to like NCAA, like women's basketball? Do you like the game like for women's? So you're seeing how like some of the players are not going to UConn anymore.
Yeah.
They're not going to like South Carolina.
Yeah.
Like they're staying home.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You see Juju at USC. You see like everybody at UCLA. Like is staying home like kind of like something that goes through your mind when it comes to like playing college, or are you kind of like I'll go wherever I go and this would be that?
Yeah, I mean definitely when I first started, everyone was going to the East Coast, right? Now that like you said, it's changing. I feel like that is an option, but honestly, just wherever I'm open to whatever opportunity comes to me. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's different now.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
well,
what we understand, we got some things going on, when it comes to like dealing with like fitting in on a team, dealing with coaching and all the effects. You kind of like have to figure out like where you fit in. Like how is that process going for you as we speak right now?
It's a process. I mean, just kind of finding a place where I feel welcomed and where I can just be who I am and play the game the way I want to play. So.
That's always tough.
Yeah.
You mentioned the different challenges with the coaching and fitting in. What was like you would say your biggest challenge that had you question the game?
Honestly, probably just I feel like especially during my freshman year, some of the teammates that I had, they kind of felt what's the word, like I feel like they were intimidated.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I was the freshman coming into, and I was on varsity, so I
Wow.
feel,
Yeah.
She was a baller, bro.
Yeah. She's a baller.
no, yes. So I felt that intimidation, and
Yeah.
I mean, being so young, I was only 14, and like you know
Wow.
how girls are.
Oh,
they're
yeah, of
just
course.
mean,
Of
like-
course.
Not a holdback.
no, I'm not. But yeah, I think that's just because I've always felt like I belonged playing basketball. It's always something I wanted to do, and then having that, with being so young, I didn't know. I was like, oh, maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think definitely just staying with the passion that I have for the game just kept me going.
That's one of the things, you know, when we talk about mental toughness, not just for athletes, but just for people, that transition,
Yeah.
especially elementary to middle school and into high school, that peer age,
Yeah,
all trial and error,
yeah,
right? Everybody's trying to find their identity, where they fit in, that sense of belonging,
for sure.
but you kept to the basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It just, I love working hard, and I mean, I love working out, and like I said, competing. I feel like it makes me feel like I belong somewhere, and just sticking with that and being focused on that.
You said that your pops had a lot of influence. Mom's
Yeah.
is here.
Yeah.
What do you want to say about your pops and that mental toughness? Is it, who do you equate that to?
Both of them, for sure. My dad, he's been there with me through all the workouts. He's driven me everywhere. Yeah, just tell me to just stick with it and keep working hard and keep your head down. And my mom, too, she's been a big supporter with that because she's my mom and she's a girl, so she knows how it goes with other girls. So she's definitely helped me through that with the more mental side.
How are you balancing that whole student athlete
Yeah.
lifestyle?
I feel like I learned that it's student athlete first. So like you're a student first.
Yep.
So and I personally I've like over time I've learned that I wanted to go into medicine, like sports medicine, and so I feel like balancing that, like, cause I'm a good student. I feel like you can't go play basketball if you don't have the grades.
Right.
So I feel like that's like the number one thing.
All right, we're gonna play this public service announcement. This is the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCARadio.com website. This is our public service announcement. Call Me Go. Yes, it's addressed to veterans. However, we understand that the human being flaws that people deal with, panic attacks, anxiety, different things like that. So for those of you who don't want to deal with medications like myself, you can try this device here called Call Me Go. Shout out to Worcester County.
Some of us still carry the burden of battle. It threatens to drown us in our everyday lives. In battle, we had our weapons and combat gear to keep us safe, to keep us confident. But when we returned home, we were not armed with weapons and gear to cope with our own minds. I was lucky to find my combat gear, my mental weapon, and it's called Calmago. Calmago is a drug-free device that allows you to achieve calm in less than 3 minutes in moments of anxiety, stress, anger, panic, or insomnia, not with medication, but rather by activating the parasympathetic nervous system through breathing regulation and multisensory stimulation. A recent study has shown that Calmago decreases PTSD and anxiety levels in veterans, helping those who are suffering and having a long-lasting effect. Visit Calmago.com to learn how you can get Calmago through the VA or with a special veterans discount code.
Welcome back to the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Again, you can download the KCARadio.com, the app from Apple or Google Play. I actually downloaded it myself. It's pretty decent.
It is?
Yeah. It's
No
pretty-
bugs, no nothing?
Well, no, I didn't hear any
Okay,
bugs,
I haven't
no.
downloaded
It's just audio.
I don't have enough space in my phone.
Let's not talk about space and cell.
You know, they want me to pay.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And they want me to pay more now.
Why don't you just delete?
I'm trying.
You be holding on to so much stuff, man.
They're
It's crazy.
all like shows and
I know.
stuff where I speak at and videos and.
Well, that's what happens when you're so full of yourself. You got to keep everything.
Well, I am
right?
full of myself.
You are.
I am, of course.
You know what though? It works in your advantage. So it does. Hey, like for one, like our guest who we got like in 15 minutes.
Yes.
Played that Farron Dozier chord. It's crazy.
Me and his pops had a great interview though when I had him on the line that time. We had some good talks.
Yeah, he's you could tell, man. He's a fun dude.
Yeah.
You can tell. But I'm more interested in this baller right here, who we had to, who is making her adjustment.
For sure.
So this is the thing. You said that you had people intimidated off of you and your skill at an early level. Did you ever feel like you had to kind of like slap somebody, or did you had to keep it classy because you know how it is? Girls basketball is worse than men's. It's worse. It's like the fighting and all. I've seen it. It's bad. So did you ever have to kind of like get in somebody's face and check them and let them know what it was?
I mean, thinking about it in practice, there have been a couple of times where I'm just like, because I won't do anything. I don't really talk like that trash talk. I'm
Right.
not about that. I'm more like, I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah.
So I feel like if something happens to me, I'll be like, all right, like let's go. I'll show you. But yeah, I feel like definitely I've never done any of that though. Acted on it.
Yeah, see, it's really tough because
Yeah.
especially when you're new and like a lot of people just want to test you. And I dealt with that with football, but see, I used to fight, so it's just like it was kind of known like we will fight on site and we will all get kicked out of practice, but you're not going to be doing that to me.
Yeah.
But moving forward, I mean, people are they're used to you now a little bit
Right.
more. You're getting more comfortable. How is it going so far in season? Because it's like you guys are in conference play at this point, right?
Yeah, we're 5-0 in league right now.
Okay.
This is with a different team since I transferred here. Yeah, we're 5-0 in league. We're doing pretty good. We're in the Freeway League. But yeah.
So
Good.
playoffs is around the corner.
Yeah.
Getting nervous?
Yeah.
Is this, like
No.
what division are you guys?
We're 2AA.
Okay,
Yeah.
man, it's so many divisions and
I know.
and they're all deep too. It's very the thing that I like about the divisions is like it's a lot of parity. So it's not going to be to the point where you guys are going to be playing like D1 and you got no business being there. Like,
Yeah.
no, everybody can get it. So
Yeah.
it's just like, playoffs is really around the corner.
Yeah.
So what do you guys feel like you need to improve? I mean, because you're in first place in the league, but CIF is a different monster.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think you guys need to improve, like, going into the playoffs?
Yeah, going into the playoffs, definitely, I think sharing the ball a little more, being patient, and then communication. These days, talking on defense and everything is just probably the number one thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's like a month away from that, so we don't got to really, like, be tripping on that. But, you're talking about how you're figuring yourself out.
Yeah.
Balance outside of basketball. You said that you might want to look into, like, doing, medicine?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sports
sports
medicine.
So, how did that come about?
Honestly, for a long time, I had no idea what I wanted to do. It was just basketball. But I think, I love the sport and then, like, the mental side of it I really love. And I've always loved being around, like, trainers and, like, how the body works. And so I think that just kind of came about if it's something that incorporated with sports that I've been around my whole life.
Yeah, that's really smart, man.
Yeah.
I always say, like, you don't have to, like, make a career out of, like, the sport you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many avenues.
jobs connected to the sports, and
Right.
people don't realize that I think they get stuck in that identity as an athlete, and then when that uniform is done,
Yeah, right.
then you could be lost,
Yeah.
in that identity.
I mean, you know that. So touch on, like, how it is to be lost in an identity like that. Like, how was that for you?
Yeah, for me, just that I did 24 years in the military. Well, I played basketball first. That I found my identity in transitioning from, like I said, different schools. So how I made friends at the new school was basketball, right? Because that's where all the guys hung out at.
Yeah.
And then in that transition to the military, it became that uniform. And so I remember I can say I lost myself when I went from E4 to E5 when I became a sergeant. And that came with some pride, right, and different levels of responsibility. And I just didn't know who I was. So when that career came to an end, I made it mean my life was over. And then the subconscious mind collects evidence. And so I justified I had enough proof and evidence that it was over until I discovered my inherited gene, and then I found another purpose. So as you're saying, like for me, it was like I had to really figure out who Farron was outside of the camouflage, outside of being a dad, like just who I was and what did I care about. You say for yourself that mental health, like for you, what's important to you about mental health?
Yeah, I feel like mental health is the biggest thing. Just taking care of yourself. I mean, because you're with yourself all the time, and so just making sure that it's a good place to be and that you're in the right headspace.
So this is one of the things that I'm bringing to the Ventura County and around the athletics is a lot of coaches say there's no I in team. There's no I in team.
Right.
But what is your perspective or point of view on being an I in team? Do you believe that there is an I in team?
I mean, yes, because there are definitely people that we follow on the team. So if there's like a leader, someone that's always there to step up, I mean, definitely your teammates will follow you for that. So if you have someone good that's a leader, that's kind of like the whole person for the team. I do definitely believe that every person on a team has a role. But I feel like there are people that have like that leadership just in them.
And so how I spin that conversation is a lot of times we point to the interpersonal relationships of us on the team, but what about the interperson?
Right.
And that individual person who is dealing with home or whatever they're suffering or like circumstances, that person, I believe if you deal with that person internally, then you can be a team because you're giving yourself away at the point where you're not worried about. Because sometimes we bring that stuff to the court, we bring that stuff from home.
For sure, yeah.
We talk about like if your parents are going through a divorce or something, someone dies and you don't get to deal with that emotion because you got to go play this game. Human beings, we suppress all of those emotions, and then one day they're going to show up.
Yeah.
But I believe that in that IN team, we have to give that athlete the space to develop that interpersonal relationship so that you can give that. And then that to me, that's what creates that team.
Yeah.
So that's my kind of spin on that IN team.
Yeah, I agree with that too, especially since you all share the same joy for the game and just kind of being able, like everyone has their own things going on in their life, but just be able to come together and bring that.
And there will be a couple superstars.
Yeah.
Right? So you left-handed.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, I am.
I'm right-handed, but I do believe that a left-handed basketball player is tough to guard. Can you please elaborate on that?
I mean, yeah, because my whole career, everyone's been forcing me left because everyone's right-handed, so they force you left. I'm like, oh, that's easy
so
for me. And then also, too, when I was really young, everyone's teaching me, when I'm learning how to play basketball, they're teaching me how to do stuff with my right hand. So
she can use both hands.
Yeah, so I learned how to do both because I was already, yeah.
Wow. When I saw that picture that I used for your banner, I was like, she's shooting left-handed.
Oh, we need to see, like, you might want to take a boxing while you're at it. Softball, you can't hit a softball unless you used to fighting. Yeah, hey, this girl she might be a little bit more than we thought, bro.
Do you have any love for those other sports that you tried? Do you think about volleyball?
I think about volleyball.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like it's different. It's a different game. You use different parts of your body. I'm open to.
Thought about going back?
Yeah.
Soccer?
Soccer, not as much.
Your sister plays softball?
Yeah, she does.
Any competition in the softball world, or you leave that alone?
No, I leave that to her. She got that.
Does she try to step on the basketball court with you, or she leaves that alone?
Nah,
so y'all got y'all separate spaces.
Yeah, we got our own.
Trophies on the separate walls and all that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Before we take this next break, hydration is definitely important. For me, I have sickle cell trait, as I shared with you. I experienced what they call exertional sickling with rhabdomyolysis, where my red blood cells, my sickle cell trait gene mutated, and I lost oxygen to my body, and then it triggered the rhabdomyolysis. And then so in rhabdo, the muscle myoglobin in the muscles breaks down, the toxins in the muscles get into the bloodstream, hits the kidneys, and then people experience renal failure. And worst cases, people have cardiac arrest and they pass away. No idea that was even possible.
Yeah.
I was told that sickle cell trait was pretty much benign and you shouldn't have any problems. However, that's not the case.
Right.
And so Currently today, the NCAA made it mandatory for all student athletes to take a sickle cell trait test, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, no matter where you're from, whatever sport, because parents were suing the schools when that child passed away. So now what the colleges did was you either have to take the blood test or sign a waiver, and that puts the liability back on the families. So with hydration, how important is hydration to you?
Definitely hydration, yeah. Drinking water all the time, using natural. I've used Gigi's juicing a lot.
Yeah.
That definitely helps refresh me. All the natural ingredients, just keeping my body healthy, especially with how much I work out.
Yeah.
Just keeping my body healthy is very important.
So taste the water and let us know what your views are. I don't listen to that 49er guy.
I didn't say anything.
It's good. What?
She
It's
looked-
refreshing.
You know what? See,
He knows the owner of the water too. That's why.
It's good.
It's good though, right?
Yeah.
It's electrolytes too, so it's pH balance 7.0.
do you really mean that?
I do mean that, actually. Tastes like regular water.
Regular water? Okay.
It does.
And you know what? That's the problem. This is not just regular water. So you just
She means it's regular water. It's water,
It's
but it
water.
tastes. It has a different taste.
say regular water for water that's not regular means that it sucks.
Well, you just want it to suck.
So you know what we do when it comes to like regular water? What do we do with regular water? We throw it. We get rid of it.
He's been waiting for months to do
Been
that.
waiting for 2 months to throw that damn water.
This is live radio, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Farron Dozier Show on KC Radio. You just never know what's going to happen. For those of you watching,
Oh, that was live, was it? Oops.
yeah, we're going to play that on the Instagram page. And I'm gonna tag him in it too. So we want to take another break. I want to get the water, the juice, if you can provide that for us. So this is our public service announcement.
We should have had that on.
This is our Comigo right here on the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM.
Some of us still carry the burden of battle. It threatens to drown us in our everyday lives. In battle, we had our weapons and combat gear to keep us safe, to keep us confident. But when we returned home, we were not armed with weapons and gear to cope with our own minds. I was lucky to find my combat gear, my mental weapon, and it's called Comigo. Comigo is a drug-free device that allows you to achieve calm in less than 3 minutes in moments of anxiety, stress, anger, panic, or insomnia, not with medication, but rather by activating the parasympathetic nervous system through breathing regulation and multisensory stimulation. A recent study has shown that Comigo decreases PTSD and anxiety levels in veterans, helping those who are suffering and having a long-lasting effect. Visit Comigo.com to learn how you can get Comigo through the VA or with a special veterans discount code.
All right, welcome back to the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAA radio.com website, and make sure you go get the app so you can listen to us from wherever globally now. So
We really are globally.
we really are, for real. So we like to welcome Gigi to the deck. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Learned something new about you tonight, that you was an athlete yourself. So we're going to have a talk later. But this is the juice that our guest here was sharing that she drinks. What do you want to say about this?
It's very.
Yeah. You got it.
Thank you. It's very refreshing. I drink it before and after my workouts. It definitely gives me that energy that I need, and it tastes really good too. Yeah, it's all natural.
Gigi, please introduce yourself and tell us what's going on with this juice right here.
All right. My name is Gigi, and my business is Gigi's Juicing. And the one that you guys have in your hand is the Mary Jane Green. That is one of my 3 signature ones.
Jane Green, huh?
So this one I created and designed for energy and energy, source of protein, your enzymes, and
enzymes,
hydration.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, I like that.
This is it.
So
You got
this
some
one
more?
has kale,
I like
green
that.
apple,
Ah.
cucumber, pineapple, green bell pepper, ginger, and turmeric.
Turmeric too?
That's it.
That's it.
No additives, no nothing.
Please give them
It's
your
all
social
organic.
media and where they can find you
That's
at.
good.
You can find me at gg's.juicing on Instagram, GIGIS.juicing.
I met Gigi real quick. My life of a series segment here that I do. I wrote 2 inspirational reads, and Bea allowed me to use her juice bar for a presentation.
Oh, that's dope. That's real dope.
Yeah, it was just like a dream come true. And so Gigi was there. I was sharing my story, life of a 5-year-old, and I was surprised because I thought men would show, right, because it was a male presenting, but there were women.
We learned a lot.
And when I shared about the relatedness, they could relate to my story from their own life and their own perspective, and I walked away like, oh, this is bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Because I had women there who could self-examine and look in their life and discover what their experiences were around those conversations. So thank you
You're welcome.
for that.
That's real dope.
Yeah, that was wild. So it just showed me another perspective.
She came with gifts too, man. You are welcome.
I do have some more.
Anytime, any and every time you want to come, you are always welcome here. Shoot, real talk.
That is good though. That is.
This is what happens when it's good. It's gone. That's what happens when we're dealing with a good product.
You no, we got our guest here, so you can stay. We're gonna bring our next guest up, and then I got some more questions for you before we end the show. And if your sister has the courage yet to come up, so let's go to the Zoom line. Again, this is the Farron Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAAradio.com website. So if you're in your car right now and you got to get out, grab your device, your smartphone, your laptop, type in KCAAradio.com, click listen live or watch live, and you can catch us on the deck in the studio. All right, so who we got? Oh, hey! What's happening? Can you hear
got
us?
me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Man, Jason, man, I told Robert, man, your interview that we had a while back is like in my top 5, man, because we had some serious heart-to-heart about that father-son relationship growing up, and I mean, he spoke to things that I wanted to pull out of him, like naturally, responded to it naturally. So how you doing so far now? Is he frozen? Oh, we got.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. So everything's going on? Everything's good right now?
Oh, everything is great. I'm gonna have to switch to it. What the heck they telling me? I'm gonna have to go on here though.
Yeah.
Hold
If you want to come back and get it together, we can continue on when you get your signal together. 'Cause we want to be able to hear you and your son. So. You want to just take them down and reset?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Read this one.
All right. So while we getting our guests online together, around that mental toughness, I have a segment called Mental Music, and so when you are lacing up your sneakers, getting ready for a game, like what genre or what songs do you have in your headphones?
Definitely some slower R&B music. I feel like, especially me, I'm really like energetic before games. So I feel like with just slowing it down and just getting myself ready to play, definitely listen to that type of music.
So you gave me J. Cole.
Yes.
What comes to mind when you hear some J. Cole, Let Go of My Hand?
J. Cole, just listening about being on the grind and just working hard and keeping your head down. Like, and it's like it's not too like hype up, but it's not too slow.
Interesting. What do you want to say about your current teammates and your coach? Anything you want to acknowledge them around?
I really appreciate my teammates. We're trying to do something big this year. We got moved up 2 divisions in for CIF this year, and we're on our way to winning our league. So I'm just keep working and keep going forward.
This is usually a in the zone question, but what's that one player that you waiting to see or play against? And you can say their name too.
Yeah, you can put it there.
Who's that one?
That one.
Who's that one that you like? I can't wait to see you. You could look in the camera too and be like, I'm coming for you.
Don't be shy.
I don't.
You don't have
I
one?
don't think I have one.
Oh no. Okay.
I mean,
A team? An overall team? A rival? You got no rivals?
Well, she's new to the area.
Yeah.
That's not. She didn't grow up in that down there. So that's different.
I'm sure she watching film or she.
I mean,
But it got to be somebody though.
someone that comes to mind.
Or
I'm
some
not trying
team.
What
to.
about your coach?
You gotta-
Does your coach have
My
a rival
coach.
team for you guys?
We lost to La Jolla Country Day by 3 in overtime.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get that game back.
You trying to get that game back?
Yes.
What was it about that game for yourself that?
I feel like we were just right there, and winning that game would be a different story
be a
for
different story.
for my program. And I think definitely, if we were to play them right now, that it would be a different ending.
I'm 54, so our conversation about basketball were strictly fundamentals. Do you look at today's generation of what we see on social media
Yeah.
versus the
Her generation.
the actual? You heard what I said. The actual fundamentals. Like how does that show up for you?
I feel like it's very easy to get lost in that social media.
Yeah.
I feel like everything on social media is perceived one way, but then when you go out and play them, it could be a completely different thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just about what actually happens, and like I said, it's about fundamentals.
Yeah. And I think just basketball just got away from people. They don't box out anymore.
Yeah.
I think that people are so friends with each other on different teams that they'd be so amazed to watch them take a shot. Like I think just people get so distracted on that social media that you lose that competitiveness.
Yeah.
Like, you're not my friend right now.
For sure.
But I think that to me that gets in the way. So some of the fundamentals I just don't see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's the little things that aren't done more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Is our guest back? Is he ready?
Yes, I'm back, baby.
All right. How you doing, sir?
I'm awesome.
Man, thank you for taking some time out tonight. We were definitely excited to hear from you and your son. So I'm gonna give you in the zone with Robert Lamar.
Coach, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out for us. We understand it's a Sunday night and this is chill night. I mean, you got a busy week. It starts tomorrow. You know how it goes, and I appreciate you doing this for us. This is really big. We respect you so much for what you bring to the basketball world, to the community. You're one of the most reputable dudes out there. So for you to be here tonight, that means a lot to us in this show.
Appreciate that, definitely.
Man, it's just crazy looking at Linwood. The first thing I think about with Linwood, I think of girls basketball. Linwood has been a national powerhouse in the girls basketball scene for a long time. And you guys are coming over there and you guys are changing things pretty quickly. How does it feel leading a non-traditional basketball powerhouse to the point where you guys are trying to get over the hump and become like, a notable, destination when it comes to LA basketball?
Yeah, the girls are inspirational to us. And I think that when we came over there and we had 5 freshmen that came in last year, we can point up to those banners and the success of the girls and use that as a focal point for us to want to add to their legacy of what they've created there. We wanted to have some of that. So it used to be some of that competitive stuff going on. I had to tell the boys like, no, we're not here to compete with the girls. They're far, they too far gone. But we wanna just add to what they've already established.
Yeah.
Right. You have a young team. Like it's
Yeah, yeah.
I can see. Like I mean, it's good because for one, you guys got at least after this year, you have 2 more years still with pretty
Yes.
much like another, with the core team that you got. What is the struggle when you got like a young team like that trying to get them to play together and mesh? When it comes to like playoff time coming up around the corner. What is your main focus in trying to get everybody to be on the same page?
Well, you want to get everybody at the same work rate, at the same focus level. The season is so long, and so you want to get everybody making sure everybody's eating proper diet, that everybody's doing what it takes to be mentally prepared for practice. Because that's the thing. You want to keep everybody engaged. If you can take care of those small details and things that people are probably overlooking, then the basketball becomes a lot easier.
Absolutely. You know, because I was at the game. We met each other for the first time, and man, I tell you, it's after the game was so hectic. With the parents and like the friends and everything, and I could tell that you have created a real family environment over there. So it looks like a very, very welcoming place to go and develop and just have fun.
Yeah.
You coach one of the premier players in the country who just so happens to be your son. You have helped out a lot of people over your time as a basketball coach. How proud are you as a father knowing that you have developed a top 10 nationally ranked player in the country in Jason Crow Jr., aka J2?
Well, you're very proud. Uh, I always believed in the formula that we had for development, which was identify, first of all, get a player that wanted to work extremely hard, that had a love for the game, and to identify a style for that player that's his own. It's almost like being a producer, right? Like you need a good, talented artist, but you still have to bring the best out of that artist, and you have to work development. So, it just showed that the things that we been doing is continuing to work. And he's a product of being in the gym and watching everybody else. So I'm grateful for everybody else that came in there that was able to lead by example and to help inspire his love for the game.
I think that's very important because you guys are a part of the Magic Boys, aka Compton Magic. Like, which players? I mean, because there's so many to name, but was there anybody that you saw that came through that program that you said, you know what, I need you to pay attention more to him? Because there's so many of them.
Actually, he didn't spend much time in that program. We admire that. Now we play with Team Why Not.
Okay.
We moved to Nike last summer, but he was raised in the program. I had the truth. So we had Jaime Jaquez. He was able to work out with those guys. Peyton Watson plays for the Denver Nuggets. We had 2 years in a row.
Oh, he got frozen. Frozen. All right.
Hey, we keep losing, Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
No, we can't hear him. We can't hear you, Coach. There you go.
By the time he got to
Hey, Coach, the signal's going out, sir. We can't catch you. So you was at the game, huh?
Yeah, I was there, and it's really
program, where he can go find his way. So there, it wasn't really about trying to copy those guys. It was trying to see where he can stack up against those guys, and that's where we kind of learned how good he was going to be.
Yeah, we missed some of that, Coach, because we lost a little bit of your signal there. But
Jesus, what's going on, man? I'm getting all this spectrum company got to see me, man. I'm
Yeah, they be tripping these days.
what's going on, man?
Yeah, I don't
You know
know.
what I mean?
You good right now?
Yeah, what I was saying, when he came to the Compton Magic, if you didn't catch that, and at that point, it wasn't about learning from those guys. It was more about trying to establish your place and earn your own respect. You know, that was the time for me to drop him off at practice and pick him up. I was no longer at that point was going to be guiding him through and doing that. He had to go fight and earn every.
Yeah. Hey, the Zoom is still freezing, man. So we're having some technical. So again, this is the Farron Dozier Show on KC Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. This is what happens when you live, ladies and gentlemen. Anything is possible when you're streaming live on the air.
This is.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we get him the.
There you go. I put it on my phone to cut my Wi-Fi off. Now
Oh, okay. Cool.
Now it should be good. Got to figure it out.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, Wi-Fi be doing that to me too sometimes.
Yeah, I had to cut it, get on the phone. I was on the computer. Then I get to the phone. Spectrum, they gonna get a call from me in the morning. We got kids, got to be educated. We can't be having no funnies with the Wi-Fi.
Are we gonna speak to his son? Is his son available?
Yeah, he's available.
Oh yeah,
Let me grab him.
Let's talk to him real quick.
He's right here.
Yeah. What's happening, sir?
J2.
How y'all doing?
All right, everything's good, man.
That's good.
You know what? I checked you out for the first time in person on Friday, and I just really couldn't believe how smooth it was. You know, just to watch you just navigate on that court. Mm-hmm. You have a heck of a presence on that court to the point where you are extremely in control. I saw that they said, you know what? Well, we got to figure something out, so we're going to put 2 or 3 people on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really the only way, man. And you know, that's just a testament to you and your development as a player. So just based off of where you're at, congratulations, man. I mean, I know it's early, but end of the day, for you to be revered and considered like a elite 5-star top 10 player in the nation, that has to be big, man. How does that feel knowing that?
I mean, knowing all the work I put in, I mean, it's a great accomplishment, but you know, I'm still just a sophomore. That could still change, so I still have to put my work in.
That's what's scary. You still got 2 years left, and you still got the playoffs left. So you still got like a legacy to create this season. But tough game. You guys, you know, fell short. You know, the La Mirada, they brought it to you guys. You know, like they said, they put 2 or 3 on you in the second half. You know, I watched it. You weren't. They didn't let you, you know, go crazy like you did in the first half. But moving forward, you know, conference is about to end, and you know, CIF is about to start. What are you trying to get going on? Because you're the point guard, so you run the team. What are you trying to get out of the rest of your team that's going to get you guys ready for CIF?
I think just be confident. Sometimes my teammates could lack confidence in themselves. Sometimes they want to, like, when I pass them the ball, they want to give it back to me. But I want them to shoot the ball. Like, sometimes they be open, they want to shoot. I want to bring confidence to them.
Yeah.
So, like, sometimes I might have an off game, but y'all, they gonna have a good game. So I want to be confident themselves.
And I see that because, you know, when you're having a tough game like that, it's kind of hard to stay positive and motivate, but you were trying to get your team involved. You know, encouraging them. Like I said, I saw them pass that ball back when, you know, you're trying to give them opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously that's a work in progress. But, you know, moving forward, you know, you just got to continue to work on that, and then end of the day, you guys will be good. But
we should be good by playoffs. You know, that's usually when we make our run during playoffs, like we did last year.
Yeah. You know, Jason. You know, we know your Pop's legacy. You know, what do you want to say about Pops, man?
Pops is why I play the game. To be honest, if he was my dad, I probably wouldn't play the game. So I mean, he was a good enough player to play overseas. Should have been league, to be honest. Still got it right now. So I mean, he's a great player, great coach. I mean, it's no flaw. It's no flaw to anything.
No doubt. And what do you want to say about Moms, man? I know Moms is also.
Moms is involved, man.
Yeah, Moms is definitely my rock.
Yeah.
Keeps me grounded, keeps me level-headed. Don't make it too high, don't make it too low. Just keeps me even. Did everything for me, other than basketball. That's where we connect off the court. So I mean, she's my everything.
You know, how are you maintaining that mental toughness, man, amongst, you know, all the stuff that we see on social media, things that people say, the points per game, but how are you maintaining your mental toughness?
My parents have a big role on what I do off the court. So like social media wise, they tell me like sometimes I take breaks off social media for a couple of days to keep my mind focused on the main thing.
No doubt.
Well, I mean, you are everything that I thought you would be in person. I mean, like you're like the thing that I really appreciated about going to your game was at the end when I saw everybody get together and celebrate one of your players and he got his 1,000 career point.
Yeah, my guy Chase.
Yeah, it's a real big family environment over there. Not only are you guys just playing, but you guys are close. Like how does that make it that much more easier for you to go out and give it all for your squad?
I mean, it's all about like what you said. Like it's like a family. It's like more than basketball. Like we talk all the time. Like we talking every day. Like off the court, we talk about off the court things. So like it's just easy to go to battle with somebody like you know so well, and like you've been on them for so long. So it's like it's just come natural.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, and we just want to say, man, good luck to you guys in the rest of your season. Where can we find you on social media?
On Instagram at Jason Crow Jr.
We appreciate you. Tell your father. We said once again, thank you,
for real,
because your dad is one of the realest dudes in LA, man. We mean that.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Thanks. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Appreciate you. We got like 1 minute left. I want to just grab that phone call real quick. Caller.
How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, unfortunately, we got a few seconds. Introduce yourself and let us people know who you are.
My name is Anthony English. Basketball trainer of Malia.
What do you want to say about her skill set, man?
I'm just very proud of the player and woman that she's starting to become. And through adversity, she still keeps her head up and keeps grinding and keeps pushing. And that's why I continue to be by her side, and she has my full support.
That's really dope.
What do you want to say about him?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony definitely got me through that freshman year. I would not be here without him, the basketball player that I am for sure. So I'm very grateful for him.
Sir, again, we thank you for calling in, man. We just want to appreciate you for expressing.
Yeah, appreciate you.
What you do for these athletes, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Gigi, thank you so much for this connection.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
for the opportunity
we
to
need
have
more.
I have plenty more. So I will. You'll reload right now.
Last words. Let them know your social media, how they can find you, your sister's social media as well.
Malia.Hinojos, Melia.Hinojos.
All right, we appreciate you. We good?
You don't need my socials. Y'all know it.
All right, we appreciate y'all for listening, tuning in. This is the Farron Dozier Show. Catch us at Sports Collective TV. Sports Collective Media on Instagram and Facebook, but you can catch us at Sports Collective TV, Media, Radio, right here on the Farron Dozier Show at KC Radio. Shout us out, what's the cap?
Some of us still carry the burden of battle. It threatens to drown us in our everyday lives. In battle, we had our weapons and combat gear to keep us safe, to keep us confident. But when we returned home, we were not armed with weapons and gear to cope with our own minds. I was lucky to find my combat gear, my mental weapon, and it's called Calmago. Calmago is a drug-free device that allows you to achieve calm in less than 3 minutes in moments of anxiety, stress, anger, panic, or insomnia, not with medication, but rather by activating the parasympathetic nervous system through breathing regulation and multisensory stimulation. A recent study has shown that Comago decreases PTSD and anxiety levels in veterans, helping those who are suffering and having a long-lasting effect. Visit Comago.com to learn how you can get Comago through the VA or with a special veterans discount code. Some of us still carry the burden of battle. It threatens to drown us in our everyday lives. In battle, we had our weapons and combat gear to keep us safe, to keep us confident. But when we returned home, we were not armed with weapons and gear to cope with our own minds. I was lucky to find my combat gear, my mental weapon, and it's called Comago. Comago is a drug-free device that allows you to achieve calm in less than 3 minutes in moments of anxiety, stress, anger, panic, or insomnia, not with medication, but rather by activating the parasympathetic nervous system through breathing regulation and multisensory stimulation. A recent study has shown that Comago decreases PTSD and anxiety levels in veterans, helping those who are suffering and having a long-lasting effect. Visit Comago.com to learn how you can get Comago through the VA or with a special veterans discount code.
KCAA. Zambrano Plumbing